What's up, nerds? Welcome back to my channel, guys. I am so excited for today's video. As you guys have the title, we'll be doing a cozy fall reading diaries. So basically, I don't know. Obviously there are plenty of reading vlogs that I could be filming, but I have very specific books that I want to read, and so I thought it would be fun and fresh just to kind of show you like what I'm reading, trying to get the books off my fall TBR, but also my November TBR, also just books that I want to be reading and just, you know, go over those with you. And so I thought it'd be fun to kind of just do reading diaries. I've seen a couple people do it. Obviously Haley Pham, I'm pretty sure is the one who does like the reading diaries the most. But I think it was fun. I thought it was fun and fresh, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I have a couple books that I want to talk to you about right now, but there are plenty of books that I want to read, so buckle up, grab a snack, grab some coffee, and yes, first, if you guys like reading vlogs, if you guys like fall, if you like seasonal reading vlogs, if you like the cozy fall reading vlogs, if you like all the nerdy things, then definitely give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's just get started. I can't decide if I love or hate my hair like this, but I just washed it this morning actually, which normally I wash it at night, but I washed it this morning, and so I just wanted to keep it up in the claw clip. So now it has its serum, it's marinating, and we're chilling. So I think that was cute. But anyway, first things first, the first book I'm like kind of in the middle of, if you will. What is it called? Legally Binding, by I think it's something Sophie Snow. I remembered that, but I didn't say it fast enough. It is by Sophie Snow. She actually, I was looking on Instagram the one day and she popped up because she's coming out with a Christmas book. Oh my gosh, and I'm so excited about it. She likes to write, from what I can tell, she writes open door age gap romance, and so this one that I'm currently reading again, Legally Binding. Sorry, let me go back real quick. So she's coming out with a Christmas book. I saw it on my Instagram, so that's how I found her as an author. Then I looked at her backlist, found this book, and then this book like caught my interest because it's actually workplace romance, but it's age gap, but it's like a decent age gap. It's like, I think he's like 50 something and she's like 28. So it's a decent size age gap, but honestly, like I'm 160 something pages in. I'm not quite halfway yet. I'm like 40%. But it looks like it's not weird. So it's like, it's perfect. It's not like, ugh. So I'm eating it up, I'm not gonna lie. And so I want to try to finish that one. This one obviously is Fall into Temptation. We got our fall book. This book, it's surprising me. So this is by Lucy Score. I wanted to read it because obviously it's a short Lucy Score book and it's fall themed. It was perfect. But then I opened it up after I bought it, after it sat on my TBR cart for weeks and weeks, and I realized that it was in third person. And this is like, this is like the cringy third person. Like it's hardcore third person. And I'm like, okay, it's fine, we can do it. So I got it as an audiobook, and the audiobook person is just not my favorite. It's just not my favorite. And so there's a couple things going against it, I should say. I just think it would, like, there was definitely potential, the missed opportunity, I should say, for this book to be incredible. But anyway, so basically, the main girl actually has 2 kids, which is so interesting. She's divorced. Which the only other book where I read like that is by Annabelle Monaghan. And Annabelle Monaghan just has this way of making you feel, I think it was Annabelle Monaghan. Yeah, whatever. She has a way of making you feel like, I don't know, like it was relatable, even though obviously that's not the season I'm in my life. And so I enjoyed that. This one is like, you really feel like an outsider when you're reading this. I don't know if it's because it's in third person and like obviously it's not really relatable, but it is enjoyable. I'm not saying that like, because I read a lot of single parent trope books, I love them and eat them up. But I think it's just like the I don't know, just all the stuff that's in here, like the just like her parent is like remarrying, like just different things like that are just a little bit like not like my favorite thing to read, I should say. Anyway, so she's going through that. So she's kind of handling that. The main guy is her landlord, but also like the mayor of this town, something like that. Like he's very popular, people love him. So I don't know. Long story short, it's just like it's enjoyable. It's fun. It's not my favorite book. Is it gonna be my favorite book? Probably not. But I will finish it, and I would love. Obviously, I'm gonna finish this in this video. But I don't know. Want to start this really bad. This is Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Meyer. So I think I want to pick this up eventually. I definitely want to. I haven't started this one yet. But it's like high priority. So these are the three we're gonna work through first, and then we have potentially 3 more that I really want to read soon. So we'll see if I get to those. If and when I get to those, you know? So, yes, I will keep you guys updated, for sure. I don't have anything to say. Anything else to say. Bye, guys. Guess what? I finished Fall into Temptation. That was not the plan for the night, I'm not gonna lie. I was planning on reading other stuff, but I just ended up like needing an audiobook because I was like doing laundry, I was like getting stuff together, cleaning, doing random things, and so it just ended up so happened by the time I was done with everything, there was just like an hour left of the audiobook, so I was like, might as well just listen to it, you know? So I ended up finishing this. I like this. It's hard. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's like hard to mess this up. It was a very cute small town romance. Like there's a bunch of family like I love. Like he has lots of brothers, she has a couple sisters, and like the small town vibes obviously is like family, and so I love that. There's so much love about that. I just felt like a little bit like disconnected from the characters, from like the story. It was kind of like just something to put on like background noise almost versus like being invested. And so it is what it is. It's just it was one of those books. Like, is it my new favorite book? Absolutely not. Is it one that's like super cute, a fun fall read? Sure. Do I honestly don't even feel like necessarily there's anything that was like fall specific to it though, except for like the cover and stuff, because I think it definitely takes place in fall, because then eventually we get like, I think Christmas. I don't even know if we got Christmas, but I know we got like coats and mittens, and then we got New Year's. And so interesting. I actually think we did get Thanksgiving. So anyway, all that to say, it is a cute, fun little fall read. But do I say run? No. Like if you're looking for something that you're like, okay, I just want to like kind of, if you want some background noise while you're like doing stuff, fall stuff, then this is a good one because it's cute. But I would probably give it, I think I'm going with 3.25 stars. I just felt like there's a couple things that are just like, okay. The conflict at the end was just like, not for me. It's not for me. I didn't really like that, and so I was just like, okay. I would have rather it end like all happy-go-lucky, like no conflict, but author gotta squeeze it in there, which is fine. So anyway, those are my thoughts on that. Basically, if you don't know, this girl moves to a small town to be closer to her father, while she ends up seeing, like, I think I said this, her landlord, and he's super cute, and so, like, obviously they're like, we can't, because she also has 2 kids, and, whatever, they just don't want to put it all at stake or something like that. They're like, it's just whatever, they don't want to be a bad thing. So they sneak around for a little bit, and then they're like, okay, whatever. But then crap hits the fan, and then it's chaos. But I love like single parent tropes, to be honest. I love the kids in 90% of them. In this one, the audiobook girl though, she freaking tried to do like the little girl's voice. It sounded so horrible. And then they kept making the little girl sound like she was like 2 or 3. And I'm like, they kept saying she was 5 years old. So I was like, maybe I heard wrong. I don't think it says it on the back, but maybe I heard wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's what they said. She was 5, and because she was complaining about her bedtime. And so I think she's 5, and she's talking, she was literally like a baby, and I was like, no, please stop. So that annoyed me a little bit, but it's fine, we made it through. So there we go. If you have it on your TBR cart, I would say get it off your TBR cart. Like, just read it. Don't let it sit there and hype yourself up. Don't do it. But it is cute. Like, you would enjoy it. You're not gonna love it, is my opinion. But I did end up starting Assistant to the Villain as well, and I got to page 22. These chapters are so long, and I'm like, please, no thank you. I think it's because, I don't even think the chapters are necessarily long. It's because the page is obviously so tall. So the pages are so long. There's so many words on a page. Even though I feel like the writing is nice. I don't know. Maybe it's a lot of writing. I don't know. There's so many words on one page so that the chapters end up taking so long. So I might go back and forth between this and the Kindle because I believe this is on Kindle Unlimited. But so far I was like enjoying it. Like, things I had no idea what to expect going into this. If I'm being completely honest, I had not one clue. I was just kind of like, oh, I knew it was supposed to be kind of humorous, but I don't know. I didn't know it was like so similar to basically like, I guess maybe not as dark. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I was thinking of it being like similar to, Butcher and Blackbird. Maybe a little bit, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll keep you guys updated on that, on all the books that I'm starting, because I still have that other one. I don't know what I'm going to read, for the rest of the night, but I'll let you guys know. So I don't think I have any much to update you on besides this book. So I ended up getting over halfway. I got to chapter 28, page 208. I think I have less than 100 pages left, but I'm literally gonna go sit and binge and bang out the rest of it. But I wanted to update you. I'm eating this up. I'm loving it. And I still don't think I have any complaints, to be honest. I just think it's very sweet, very cute. I do think, like, again, it's honestly, I was gonna say it's not like the most developed, which it's not, because it's like, you know, a little bit shorter, more, but that's the thing though, it is almost slow burn in a sense. Like, it's like more medium burn. Like, I feel like it's not insta love at all. They kind of like each other, and they're kind of like but then you slowly start to see it, and I like it, but it's in the cutest way possible. Like, you know, this is not like, I don't know, whatever, it's more like, it's cute in the sense of like, they'll say something and then they're like, because they like feel, why did I just eat that? They're like, they feel like they just like said something they shouldn't have, like, you know, like that indicated that they liked each other, stuff, cute stuff like that. And so I love that. This is another book. I don't know why I didn't know that this was also single parent, so it's a single dad. And so I'm like, I'm truthful when I tell you that I literally don't like to, like, I like to go into books completely blind. Had no idea there was a child to this. But it is on the back, so it's just me. But it's really super fun and fresh. But yes, super cute. There's a lot of things that I just love about it. There's some extra things that I just did not expect. And I honestly didn't even know, again, what the tropes were or anything about the characters. And so I loved that. So I'm not going to tell you too much, but it's super cute. And so I'm enjoying it. Loving it. Right now, if I had to rate it, I'd probably give it like 4.5 stars, 4.25 stars. But we'll see. We'll see. I just want to tell you, so I was saying, I don't know if I said this earlier, but my weekend was crazy long, so I'm super tired right now, but I don't want to go to bed. It's still too early to go to bed. But and it's too late for a nap. That's the problem. But I wanted to tell you, so I didn't end up finishing the match yet. I ended up getting just a couple chapters later. I don't know. I just wasn't in. I was in the mood for an audiobook because I had to do some stuff like get my laundry together, clean the room, my room and stuff like that. So that's why I didn't finish this quite yet. But I ended up getting the Assistant to the Villain as an audiobook. I'm enjoying the audiobook. I'm enjoying the book. It's not bad. I'm on chapter 22. I can see though why people are like not obsessed with this book so far. I think like definitely first of all, I feel like it should be a little bit funnier because I believe from what I like heard, it's supposed to be like funny. Like it's supposed to be humorous, and I just like it's not as funny as I wish that it was. And the romance is like there's not really much romance honestly in the first. Well, I'm on page 145, so like so that many pages, there's nothing humorous about it. I'm not quite halfway yet, but I don't know. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated, obviously. But I know that people are not obsessed with it. What's interesting is that I don't know if the second book is a continuation, like the same two characters, or if it's new characters. Or different characters, I should say. I don't know. And so that'll be fun to find out because I don't know right now. And so I'll probably look it up after I finish the book because I don't want to spoil it quite yet. But I know people like that one better. Anyway, the reason why I jumped on is because I had all those updates. Plus, I was debating on popping this book, like not continuing this book or what. The Legally Binding by Sophie Snow. But I'm just in the mood, so right now I'm just gonna lay here and read it, and then probably try to just continue this for a bit. So, yeah. So what I wanted to tell you, I don't know if I told you before, I'm on page 160, 37% of the way, so I'm not quite halfway yet in that one either. So I'm in the middle of all three of these books, and I want to finish all three of them. Yes, all I have to say is that I'm just gonna sit here and read. Okay. Hello guys, so a couple updates. Honestly, like this video is so chaotic, but I kind of love it. It's fine. I wanted it to be very chill and like honestly just the most realistic. This is how I'm reading during the fall, so I hope you guys don't mind. We're getting all over the place. So I was reading whatever it's called, Legally Binding by Sophie Snow. Here every now and then I would just keep going back and forth for a little bit. Well, I was just jumping, like reading a little bit here and there, and I'm not obsessed with it, so I think for this video we may softly DNF it, maybe update you guys like eventually if I finish it, but for now it's just not like hitting the way it should. I think I needed to like read it when I started it and then just read it, continue it, because now that I'm going through so many books, that one's just like not hitting the way it needs to, so the way I want it to. So for now I think we're gonna softly DNF that, but I did end up finishing The Match by Sarah Adams today, and oh my gosh, how freaking cute. I love this, and I'm actually really excited for the second book because you get cameos from the character that the second book is about. How freaking fun. So cute. I have to go with like 4.25 stars. I was gonna say like, I have to go with 4.25 stars. I think there were a couple things that were just like obviously not giving it 5-star, which is totally fine. I think 4.25, it's just gonna, 4.25 is not a bad rating. It's just gonna be super cute, very fun, very short. Like it's exactly what you want in a very short, cute, rom-com-y kind of book, because this book is hilarious. I could not stop laughing. So good. I would say the main guy, Jake Jake. He I think it was like a weird balance where his character, I think, needed a little bit more depth. But obviously there's not a lot of time, and so they tried to like touch on it a little bit, but like I would have liked a little bit more depth. And then the mother, her mother is a god awful person. Her mother and her dad, like they're horrible people, and like she almost keeps letting them like manipulate her a couple times, and I'm like, okay, this is pissing me off because in real life, block, thank you. Like there are options, and she kind of kept letting it happen, and I was like, okay, no, whatever. But they're also that I think that relationship needed a little bit more development at the end there. So anyway, those are like very minor things. Those are just like the two things that probably why I wouldn't give it a 5-star, but I still recommend it, and it's so freaking cute, so sweet. I love Sarah Adams' writing. She writes the cutest, like sweetest. This is like very like pure romance, like where it's just like super sweet, and it's like, you know, like there's a food that they love together and like just cutie little things like that. So ate it up. Loved this so much. Okay. I think I updated you guys on Assistant to the Villain. I forgot to mention though that I think that's why for me at least it's giving me, it's not like connecting, is because this book is in third person. I didn't know, and I just feel like almost like I'm not connected to the characters, and it could be for other reasons other than it's in third person. Oh. It could be for other reasons other than it's just in third person, but I just felt like that might be like adding to it as well. But I will continue that. I think I said it was like 40% of the way, so almost halfway. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. And then I don't know what other book we'll pick up, but I'm going to try to finish Assistant to the Villain and then start a new book, because all this like multiples, it's a lot for me. It's a lot, so I'll keep you guys updated. Hello guys, we got another hair wash day going. So I ended up finishing Assistant to the Villain earlier today. I don't think I told you, I ended up getting it as an audiobook. I think I showed you though, but I ended up getting it as an audiobook, and I honestly enjoyed that. I think it gave it a little bit of personality. I do have to say I wish that the person who did this voice, like when she did the villain, it wasn't like that good, because obviously she's a girl, but I don't know, I just wish that was a little bit better, because it was hard to follow along a little bit with the audiobook, because she changed her voice like a little bit, not enough that I was like, oh, this is great, you know what I mean? But anyway, all in all, I enjoyed this book. I have to go with, I think I'm torn between 3.75 and 4 stars. I did give it a Goodreads 4-star though, but I seems to be the consensus. I believe the Goodreads rating is like 3.7 something, or like 8 something, or I think it's like 3.92. I don't know, it's under 4 stars but above 3.75, and so I'm like, it feels like that's exactly what where the rating is at. So I'm like, I might just round up and give it 4 stars. I think the ending was great, and I could see why people, like, I could see how the second book is probably better than this book, just because the action at the end is so entertaining. You're like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen, like what? I think the problem with this one is the beginning was like, there's no romance, no action, and it's not that funny. Like, I feel like it wasn't like that humorous. There were moments that I thought were funny, but it wasn't that funny. So I think that like until you get like 50% of the way, nothing's happening, and so it's kind of like boring in a way. You're kind of just like, again, I said this about another book, it's just like kind of background noise. It's not necessarily like, oh my gosh, like let me listen to this. It was kind of like, let's just get through this. But then eventually it does get like pick up a little bit, and you're like, oh my gosh, crap hits the fan, secrets come out, and I'm like, I ate it up. It was so good. So I really wish she like, it's hard because it's also like, though, I feel like series very rarely are series from beginning to end, whether they're duologies or trilogies or 5 books, 7 books, whatever it is. I feel like very rarely is every single book a 5-star. It's really rare. I don't think I've given, I don't know if I've given any series that besides like the Harry Potters. And so it's hard to like be like, oh, I wish you would have done something different, because we kind of needed to gather information and like set the tone almost. So this felt like a first book in a series. So as long as like the other books in the series kind of keep the ratings keep going higher, then I'm a-okay with that, because this one kind of needed to set the groundwork. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I also think like it's just annoying that it was in third person, so that to me always like doesn't help a book. It doesn't ever add anything to a book in my opinion. So there's that. But anyway, wanted to update you on that. Who knew I could talk 3 minutes about that book. Then we got, hold on, let me put my bookmark in, because I've been reading it. I got it on my Kindle, which I had to pay money for because her traditionally published, which you go girl, but her traditionally published books are not on Kindle Unlimited anymore. So hold on, I had to buy it. So I ended up getting only to page 35, but I wasn't reading for very long. I was just kind of like reading a little bit while I was eating dinner. These chapters are mad long, and I'm like, no, please. I think the chapter, let's see, let me just make sure. Yeah, chapter 2 starts on page 27. So chapter 1 is basically like 26 pages, 25 pages. Like, are you joking? That's obscene. But again, reading on the Kindle is not so bad, but I just end up having to stop in the middle of chapters sometimes because I got things I gotta do. So anyway, I started this and I'm just like obsessed. It was just like the perfect cozy, like I wanted something chill but still romancy, but like something I knew would be good from the jump. Like, as much as, yes, Miranda's about to write slow burns, her books always have something else going on, and this one is also like the single parent trope, so that was interesting. And then the main girl is going through a lot of stuff, so you get to like start to slowly learn about her, and so I'm just interested. Obviously it's very slow going. I have not gotten really far, but I'm hoping to finish this in this video. And then we'll kind of assess the situation. Technically this is not on my TBR. Wow. Technically this is not on my TBR for November, but I'm like, I don't care, because none of the other books were speaking to me the way this one was. So we're reading this one, and we're gonna enjoy it, and we're gonna be happy about it. Okay, I'll keep you guys updated. Hi guys, so I wanted to give you a little update because I'm about to just like bang out the rest of it, or as much as I can. And I'm not quite halfway yet, but I don't want to like just read, then stop and record, whatever, and then go back to reading, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna try to bang out as much as possible. But I'm on page 233. So I think that was about like 40%, like I'm almost halfway, but I'm eating this up. Eating it up, honestly, no complaints. This really does. I could see, hold on. I could see why people are obsessed with this book and wait for it. I just, like, for me, I can't understand. Like, I'm like, oh, very clearly is Colty and The Wall of Winnipeg in me, like, very different than these two books. I'm like, these are, like, the two books, like, these two books, they're obviously slow burn. So the couple, they don't even, like, all of the main girl, like, just appreciates how attractive the guy is, but, like, literally that's it. They barely interact for, like, 15-20% of this, and then the other percent, when they're interacting, it's not, like, it's not cute, it's not flirty, it's very, like, seems like they don't even like each other, to be completely honest with you. It's not quite like enemies, but it's just kind of like, I don't know, like how you first meet normal people. Like, it's just kind of like you don't like know them. They're genuinely just acquaintances. And so that's obviously how it starts off, but for some reason you just enjoy it. I think I like, it's the same, honestly, it's the same with this one and Wait For It. I said that already, but like where so many other things are going on that you don't even like need the romance because you're interested in all the other stuff. So like for this one, she's just kind of like finding herself and finding her groove again, and I love this like so much. And so I'm like, obviously I'm like right now I'm reading it for that, because I want her to like, I don't know, just like, I don't know, become like who she deserves to be, you know? I think she's like, her life has been horrible. And like, we don't even know the full story, and I can already tell you that I know her life is like sucks, and I feel so bad for her. So I'm like, you need to go live your best life. And so I'm appreciating and loving just watching her live her best life. And then there are so many funny moments, which I'm obsessed with. I love a good, like, I love, again, funny books are my favorite. I love being able to laugh at a book, I should say. The lines are good. And then you get, here's the thing, as it starts getting closer to like halfway, you start getting like little nuggets. Like, he called her Angel, but I was like, what? Why am I swooning? And so you get like little things like he'll help her with something, or I'll tell you just because it's not a spoiler, because you have to just read it, and either way, whatever. If you think it's gonna be a spoiler, then just skip a little bit. But he hits her with the, "Who did this to you?" And I said, oh, obsessed. So I'm really eating this up, and I'm excited to see what comes next, because obviously what comes next is we're gonna get a little bit of romance, huh? And so I'm very excited about that. Honestly, I was so lucky. So I didn't know before I started reading this book, I went to check the Libby app, because this book is like $17 or $18 on Audible for the audiobook, and I was like, I might have to just listen to it. But I went on the Libby app, and luckily no one was like, there was no wait list, no one had the book, and it was obviously free, so I just added it to my Libby really quick. So when I started reading this, I was reading it because I did get it on my Kindle. I was reading it like on my Kindle, and I'm enjoying that, but I was like, if I have to like do something, like I have to like probably wash my makeup brushes today, I have to like do my laundry and such, and so I want like to listen to this book still. I'm glad I have that, but also I don't feel like I need to only listen to it because I didn't pay for it. So it's very win-win. Very happy about that. So I'm excited. This one is like, I don't want to break the spine, because this is like the indie version, and so I don't want to ruin her, because I love this cover so freaking much, and after reading it, starting to read it, I'm even more obsessed. So anyway, I'm gonna go get cozy. We're probably gonna go out to the living room and just chill and read for a little bit. So you're gonna come with me, and then I will probably not update you until I'm finished with this book. So yeah. Alright guys, I just finished All Roads Lead Here. This is another one. Again, I think I said this exactly, I know, I keep talking about it, but exactly after I finish Wait For It. Like, I just want more. I just want to see more. I just want them to wake up and make breakfast together and just sit down and eat breakfast and go to work and I go on a hike. That's all I want. And it's so crazy because I'm like, there's like, obviously that's so boring, so domestic, if you will, but I love to see it, and I love to just, I don't know, I loved it so much. It was so incredible. 5 stars if you could not tell. I just think I have no complaints. That's a lie. I have one complaint, but not enough to knock it a star. Yeah, that buddy is not it for me. And I actually looked it up. I saw some people too like said the same thing. Like the buddy was just weird. Because I was like, there was a moment where he's like explaining her nickname because he calls her Angel, and I think that's cute. I don't know, I was running on the treadmill, so I didn't know if like he was, sorry, the elliptical, doesn't matter, but I didn't know if he like explained why he called her buddy. And so I looked it up, but like I didn't see anything. I just saw people who were like, yeah, that's horrible. And then they reminded me that the Wall of Winnipeg in me, the guy, she calls the guy Big Guy, and I hated that so much. But that's literally it. Everything else I love. Amos, whatever, he's so cute. I love him so much. And then obviously Rhodes is an icon. I love him, and I could see like I could see why people like always choose him for like favorite book boyfriends and stuff because he's so cute. I love that. And then I loved the end. I don't know if the like that little section's in this or if it's like in certain, yeah, it might just be like in the traditionally published versions, but it was on the audiobook where they kind of actually I could check if it's on the Kindle version, but they give a little like extra after the epilogue, an extra chapter, and it was cute because they talked about like love languages, and then they were talking about everyone's love languages, and I love that because it kind of just goes to show like the type of person who will love this book, and like what kind of love language you are like. I feel like then you would love this book, depending. I think mostly it's it's definitely acts of service for sure, but if you're an acts of service girly, you probably would love this. So wow, yeah, it's not here. I thought it was gonna be on Kindle. I don't know what version it's on because it's on the Libby audiobook. So anyway, 5 stars. I don't need to say that much. We're gonna just close it all out here. I did also finish Assistant to the Villain. I'm staying at a solid 4 star. I liked this book a lot. Honestly, it was enjoyable, and I'm excited for the next one. I just don't think it was a 5 star. Then we have The Match by Sarah Adams. I gave this 4.25. I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was so sweet. I thought like there was just so much. I do like, obviously I wish there was a little bit more depth, a little bit more, but if you're just looking for something corny, cheesy, super cute, 10 out of 10. And I can't wait to read the next one. And then last but not least, we started off with Fall into Temptation by Lucy Score. I ended up giving this 3.25 stars. I just don't think like you need to go read this book. I mean, if you want to, it's not bad. I gave it 3.25 stars, so it's not bad. But I would say like if you don't feel like this strong desire to read it, like there's no need to like force yourself or like run. It's not like that. So we finished 4 books. I did still have I didn't finish Legally Binding. I just feel like there's no like rush, honestly, because it's not on my TBR or anything. So I'm kind of just like leaving that there until I'm like at a loss for what books to read. There's no like, it doesn't feel like there's a rush for me to read it. There's also not like a lot of excitement for me to like read it, get it done. So I'm like kind of just taking my time with that. But yes, that's it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, nerds.